Okay, I just wanted to touch base real quick on kind of an overall view of my last 8 months experience with ecdysterone. Now, as some of you know that have been following me for a while, I started off injecting this, and I wanted to get a good sense of what a full, complete dose injected into my system would do so that I'd have something to, well, I wanted to use it that way originally, but what it ended up doing was giving me a good baseline for here, you know, you're getting 100% of it in, at least in your system, okay? But the problem with the injections was because of the nature of ecdysterone and how it is processed in the body, the medium, the injection medium, was always leaving before the ecdysterone itself. And so I'd be left with raw material in the injection site for sometimes, I want to say months. I mean, it took for some of these lumps to go down. And I couldn't, in good faith, share that with somebody and have them go through that and feel good about it. So what I ended up doing was doing more research and getting some tips from some very helpful people on formulating an oral formulation, which uses a much higher dose, but takes advantage of complexing with hydroxypropyl beta-cyclodextrin and piperine to give more oral bioavailability, plus a very concentrated dose. So for the last 5 months or so, I would say I've been using the oral preparation. I take a break once in a while for like a week or so just to kind of reset, but for the most part I've been using this. And here's the takeaway, okay? Here's what ecdysterone will not do. Ecdysterone will not drive anabolism, okay? It's not a steroid. It does not attach to the androgen receptor. It attaches to essentially the estradiol receptor, okay? So what does that mean? Well, if you were to take a high dose of testosterone or Anadrol or some other steroid, no matter what you did, you would gain muscle as long as you're eating normally and just living normally. You're going to gain muscle above and beyond because you have supraphysiological doses of testosterone or testosterone-related products in your system. So it's driving muscle building. It's driving anabolism. But with ecdysterone, it's more of an adjunct, okay? So a lot of us like to keep our estrogen levels in check at the very least, or not, at least not raised too high to where there's going to be gyno or something like that. So what ecdysterone does when it attaches to the estradiol receptors, it stimulates the central nervous system, which gives more of a, not a stimulating, but a subtle boost to your workouts to where you just have more reps in the tank, you've got more go at the end of the workout, and I've noticed that my strength on individual exercises has gone through the roof and continues to rise, okay? I would often do leg presses after squats and so forth, and now I'm to the point where I can't use the machine normally. I think I'm using, like, the machine goes up to 450 or 475 for the whole machine. I've had to just go to one leg at a time, and I'm using 360 pounds per leg, which may not sound much on certain machines, but you know, with bad knees and stuff, that's pretty good for me. I think before I was maybe doing, well, like the whole machine for 2 legs, so 200 and something pounds a piece. So it's way up, and it's that way across my body. Now, as far as muscle growth goes, there's been some quality increases. You can't see it on camera in here because the lighting's freaking terrible for bodybuilding stuff, but my back from top to bottom is better. Certain problem areas I've been able to improve, chest shape, front and rear delts, especially on my left side, which is my bad shoulder. So a lot of the things that I've struggled with for years, I'm overcoming now. Okay, I've been on hormone replacement therapy for 6 years, and this has been a nice adjunct to that, to drive blood flow, to drive insulin sensitivity in the muscles, and get those nutrients in there. And I just want to be clear about that. That's what ecdysterone is doing. I'm not just feeling it doing that. It's literally, that's how it works, okay? It acts on the estrogen receptor. So there is a certain amount of anabolism to having high estrogen. When it comes to IGF-1, when it and there's other little side effects like supposedly uh, myostatin decreases by 41% according to some studies and so forth. But what I can tell you personally is I get much better pumps, okay, and much better blood flow than I would if I didn't take it. In fact, I have used Cialis in the past. Okay, blood pressure issues, old man, things happen, right? I don't need that anymore. So with Ecdysterone, I've replaced my Cialis use. It's, I would say, a standard dose of Ecdysterone as I use it, a teaspoon at a time of my concentration, is for me, in my personal experience, equal to 10 milligrams of Cialis. That's the kind of pump I get from it in the gym and in the bedroom, if that makes sense to you. So read between the lines there, but it does work very well for that. So it's great at that, and it's great for sensitizing the muscles to insulin. So if you're a bodybuilder, you can use your imagination, say, how would I use this? This is an off-season type of thing. I actually use it while I'm fasting too, but it really shines when you're trying to rebound, when you're trying to grow. And like I say, this lighting is not showing my results to the best light, but I can say for certain over the past 8 months, I have gotten so much stronger in the gym, incredibly stronger on individual normal bodybuilding movements. And that's been the greatest thing to me, is just having that extra go, that extra push in the gym, that extra strength. That's what I've been missing personally. And so when I want to grow, I can eat more, and more of what I eat, because of the insulin sensitivity to the muscles and because of the blood flow, more of what I eat gets to where I want it to go versus where I don't want it to go. And that's the subtle thing that it does over time, is more nutrients in the muscle, less nutrients, macronutrients in the fat. So I think that's the two main benefits. And then the nice icing on the cake is the endurance in the gym. So that's my whole takeaway from it, and that's how I'm going to continue to use it. I love it. Everybody that I give it to loves the pumps. They love the extra boost in the gym, and they come back for more. I say everyone, I think out of everybody that I've given a sample to or sold some to, I think there are 3 people out of 25 or so that haven't returned. That's an incredibly high repeat customer rate for me in my experience in retail and online sales and things like that. That's great for me. That's a very good percentage. That's something like, let's see, 20, like 85% returning customer. That's great. And the people that haven't liked it so much have, one was a girl that just, I can't stand the taste. I have a thing where I just, if something's a little bit bitter, I won't take it. And this stuff does not taste great, even if I flavor it, okay? So that was one. And then I think another guy I just never heard back from again. I think he moved. And then another fella I talked to the other day, and he's like kind of on the fence with it. He got sick this winter, and he quit lifting and blah, blah, blah. But those are the 3 people out of, 25 local people that I've given this to, that I've been able to get good feedback from. I have shipped some to Israel now, and I've shipped some to Canada. I've shipped some to the East Coast and here and there. And I'm getting really good feedback on that too. But I just wanted to give you guys my anecdotal assessment of it, what I feel like it's doing for me, what I feel like it's continuing to do. It's not turning me into, Superman over here, but I'm on keto now. I'm nice and flat. I'm burning off some fat. But overall, in the past 8 months, I would say I've gone from, let's see, right now, if I was to assess myself, I'd say that I'm at around the 15% body fat mark, something like that. You can see in my arms, I'm not fat, but I'm not super shredded either, So I've got a few veins sticking out and stuff, but 15% body fat, 205 pounds flat, empty stomach on keto. And in the, I'd say 8 months ago, if I would have been in the same state, same body fat percentage, 198, something like that. So I'm probably up a legit 6, 7, 8 pounds, somewhere in that vicinity. That's how I would assess it. My arm size reflects that. My waist size you know, seems to say the 15% body fat, blah, blah, blah. So this is all just personal anecdotal stuff. But that's great. These are the first gains, real gains, I've seen in 5 years, significantly. So for an old timer like me that's been doing this for over 20 years and on TRT and kind of in the fall of my bodybuilding pursuits as a gym rat, definitely worth it. Definitely a nice bonus to have. Still waiting on the T2 sample from China. We've got several grams of that coming, so I'll be testing that out, and we'll do the same thing. We're going to do high dose, we're going to complex it doubly, and we're going to see how that goes. Just wanted to update everybody. This old news for some, new news for others. Tide you over until we get the new stuff in, until we get some of the footage edited from the consultations and stuff like that. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Talk to you soon.